we didn't have a say on who could be president. I felt like the Democratic Party completely removed the democratic process from its constituents. And I think they need to have some accountability of that.
No argument here.
The fact that he's willing to admit that, I really respect. But the most interesting thing in what he said is that in my position, you have a choice.
You're down to a choice. Is it going to be Hillary Clinton or is it going to be Donald Trump? Not a great choice.
He knew that if he split the party, then Trump was more likely to win. It's a little unfair of Andrew Schultz to make out like he could have known that that was going to be the result.
But it ended up being him anyway, so why don't we burn it down?
Because it's easy to say burning it down means that children are not going to have food to eat, that the schools will deteriorate, people will not have health care.
I got it.
And I'm an elected official. I got to represent the people.
That's fair.
And I can't turn my back.
Bernie's got to roll the dice and say, listen, I know that if I pull attention away, we're going to lose. Like that basically becomes a guarantee. The system is, Tom Bilyeu's words, corrupt. It is what it is. That's how politics works, says Bernie. And so I'm going to put my weight behind Clinton, who for whatever reason has more control of the Democratic machine than I have.
There hasn't been a fair primary for the Democrats since 2008. Are they not also a threat to democracy? Yes. We often hear... Fair
enough. That is, yeah, I'm not going to argue with that point.
Now, I think Bernie is quite literally, I think he's an unhinged lunatic. The policies that he puts forward are so emotionally driven and so economically illiterate.
I think that's a bit harsh. I think that
hit me with it, because
I think it comes from a good place though, because I think
what the fuck does that matter? Literally, what does that matter?
You represent people, so you represent the interests of those people. And if I could do something that can help those people, I'm going to try to push legislation that can help those people.
I agree, but when your legislation has never ever shown that it helps your people, why the fuck do it?